Hello everybody, it's Girl Got Game, and welcome to another Gander video. Today, we got some jazzy tunes, because we're gonna check out the demo for Mirage Noir, a detective game. So, shout out to Studio Chawan for asking me to check this game out. They emailed me, said that they're having a Kickstarter soon, and I took a look at their trailer and their screenshots and everything, and this sounds great. It looks fantastic. Like, I mean, just look at the title screen. It's like, whoa. So the Steam page says that it was inspired by games like Ace Attorney and Bust the Fellows, so that may give some of you an idea of what we're getting into here. The story is, when Yunie graduated from college, she believed she had her whole life ahead of her. Returning to her hometown with a shiny new dream job, it seemed like nothing could stand in her way. However, 2 years later, not much has changed. She hasn't made any new friends, isn't allowed to investigate anything worthwhile, and feels like she's stuck in mud, moving in place. So when an unexpected opportunity arises, she doesn't hesitate to take it. The case is a weird one, but it introduces her to an eccentric team of people she immediately connects with, and she decides that no matter what, she won't regret getting involved, even if it means crossing paths with a serial killer. So there you go. That's what we're getting into today, so let's start a new game. Where would you like to start? I would like to start from the beginning, please, because I don't know what I'm doing. She's over there! Don't let her get away! Alright, we're starting right up with the chase, hey? Let's go. They're so persistent. Can't they just let me go? Guess not. A gunshot echoes behind me, and I reach down by instinct, but then I remember I lost my weapon long ago. I feel like that should have been a little bit louder, actually. Let me just... Ooh, I love the menu. Looks great. Just make the sound a little bit louder. There we go. Boop. I have to just outrun them, then. The way back home's blocked, so the office is probably the safest place to hide for the night. The problem is I need to lose these guys first. Let's see, I saw a bunch of them in front of me earlier. Then I ducked into an alleyway on my left and then took 2 rights after that, so... I'm probably gonna die here, right? There she is! Crap, I messed up! It's fine, they're still far away, I can outrun them. Shit! I should have been paying attention to what I just read. I'm getting time choices, oh no. The bullet barely grazes me, but warm pain shoots through my entire arm. I actually got shot! I try to see how bad the wound is, but the sound of pursuing footsteps interrupts me. No, stop thinking about it and keep running. You won't get another chance if they catch you. Alright, we're bleeding. It's fine. We'll be okay. Oh, made it back somehow. Good thing I still have the keys to the office since I've been pulling so many all-nighters lately. The place is dead silent, but that's not surprising. After all, the clock says it's 2:30 a.m. Not gonna lie, being in a quiet, dark office just gives me letter vibes, and I'm very unsettled now. Guess I'm not sleeping in my own bed tonight. I think that's the 4th time this week. Oh, what a terrible night. They chased me around half the city, and I didn't even get any of the info I needed. What a waste of time. Or maybe not. The fact that there was so much security there means I must be on the right track. I think I'm getting close to the truth. Just one more piece of information and I'll be able to put this 4-year-long nightmare to rest. Maybe then Theo will... Ow! Why is my sleeve so wet? Oh gosh, that's a lot of blood. Yeah, you know, no biggie. A river of blood trails down my arm, and I grimace as some of it drips onto the floor below. I barely felt that gunshot until now. Adrenaline sure is something else. I take a quick glance around to see if I could find where the first aid stuff is, but I don't see it anywhere. I'll clean this up later. Are you sure that's wise? I know I'm the one that got you shot, but are you sure that's wise? I have more important things to worry about right now anyway. Do you? Do you? Okay, I mean, I guess you know best. I move over to my desk and sit down heavily in the chair. Tonight was a failure, and they'll only be more alert from now on. I doubt a repeat performance will get me anywhere. But what else can I do? I'm running out of options now. Aw, what a cute picture. Look at all the boyos you can smooch. So cute. The photograph sitting on my desk is facing up today. On most days, I can't bring myself to look at it. Oh no, what happened? Maybe I can ask them for help? No, it's been too long. We haven't spoken in years. They probably wouldn't pick up even if I called. Besides, I don't want to drag other people into my problems. And in the worst case scenario, one of them might be the culprit. What if I hired someone else then? That'll cost so much money though. Money I don't have. I guess I could take a loan from the bank. That, or maybe the loan sharks down the street? I'll probably be in crippling debt for the rest of my life, but if it's to solve this... Huh? What was that noise? Is there someone else here? A sudden sound from near the doorway catches my attention, and instantly I'm alert again. Is it the guys from earlier? If not, maybe... My phone's in my pocket. I try to unlock it quickly, but I immediately notice a more pressing problem. Why did I leave my computer screen on? I'm basically telling them exactly where I am. I need to get away from here. Maybe I can hide under the desk and call for... Something forcefully presses against my mouth, and my consciousness starts slipping away. Oh, good. No! I can't die yet! Not until I... Huh? Well, that's, interesting, isn't it? Wait, that's... Whoa! Alright. Ah, clever! You can change your name for the private investigator on the door. I love that. We will enter, though. Yunie! Can you hear me? I don't know. Where am I? Oh, look at her. She's so cute. Adorable. Man, the art is just freaking gorgeous. Huh? Ow, 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 my head! Why does it hurt so much? Oh, hello, madam. You look amazing. Hey, you alright? You just hunched over all of a sudden. It scared the crap out of me. Sorry, my head's killing me. You're not hungover, are you? You said you went straight home last night because you didn't want to deal with the rain, but I should have known you were out partying. You're the alcoholic here, Theo. Oh, the mysterious Theo. It's part of the job. What, you want me to turn down free booze? I glance around, trying to regain my bearings as the pain in my head recedes. I'm in the plaza right now. Oh, that's right. We planned to meet up before work today. This here is Theo, my best friend. We've known each other since we were young. We lost contact for a bit when we went to different colleges, but we've reconnected since then. I don't have many fond memories of the city, but as long as Theo is here, I'll always come back. Seeing her again is almost worth the astronomical rent I have to pay. Almost. Theo's profile has been added! You can check by clicking the Evidence button in the top right and navigating to the Profiles menu. Evidence. Profiles. There she is. It's Theo! She's perfect. Nothing else needs to be said. Yunie's friend since childhood. She works at Celestial and is quite popular around town. I can't imagine why. From this point forward, there will be no more notifications when profiles are added or updated, but be sure to check after big events. The entries will be updated as Yunie's thoughts about the person change. If it's not because of drinking, then are you sick? You really don't look so good. I don't know. I had this daydream? Vision? I'm not really sure. I was working on a case at the agency late at night, and then I think I got kidnapped. They pressed something against my mouth, and then... The memory of getting grabbed from behind comes rushing back and I shudder. Theo grabs my hands and it's only then that I notice they're trembling. It's okay. It's just that overactive imagination of yours. I mean, we talked on the phone last night before you fell asleep, remember? And you're here now, safe and sound. No time for you to get kidnapped. Besides, you should have known it was a dream. Mr. Potato Head would never let you touch actual detective work. Hey! It could be a premonition of some far-off future. You never know. Were you old and gray in your vision? I hope I'm not still working when I'm that old. I'd be much happier retired somewhere cozy with you, Theo. Actually, speaking of Theo, didn't she come up? It was... Yes? I suddenly feel a sharp pain splitting my head open, so intense I almost pass out. I quickly take a few deep breaths, trying to steady myself so I don't scare Theo. Well, what the heck? This has never happened before, no matter how scary a nightmare I might have had. What's going on? Did you travel back in time somehow? I mean, it could still be a premonition, but... Are you stuck in a loop or something? Maybe... it wasn't a nightmare after all? But if not, then what was it? A vision? Have I actually gained future sight? No, that can't be it. Even if it's in the future, why would those dangerous people be chasing after me? Also, there was that photograph. The rest of the dream is a bit hazy, but I remember that part very clearly. I recognize some of the people in it, but that's impossible. A photo like that shouldn't exist. After all, they live in a completely different world from me. We don't know each other personally, let alone enough to take pictures together. Curiouser and curiouser. I can't help feeling like I'm forgetting something important. Again? Ow. Ow, ow, ow! The more I try to recall, the stronger my headache seems to be. It's almost like my head's warning me to leave it alone. Are you feeling good enough to get some breakfast? Let's relax a bit at the bakery, okay? I'm still worried about you. I can't send you to work looking like that. I can feel Theo's worry for me and quickly push all thoughts of the nightmare or vision or whatever to the back of my mind. I shouldn't bother her about it anymore. I'll deal with it myself. Sure, some hot tea sounds great. Love you, Theo. I don't know what I'd do without you. I should get Carrie out while I'm there. Knowing Mr. Potato Head, he'll ask me to run errands as soon as I get to the office, so I might as well get a head start. I guess that's your loving nickname for your boss. If I had to take a guess. Let's see. If I remember correctly, he usually likes lattes on Tuesdays, and then 4 blueberry muffins, 6 croissants, 3 sesame bagels, and 1 glazed donut for the rest of the office. Please tell me I don't have to remember any of that. Oh, sorry. Well, hello. You're one of the people from the photo.
No, it was my fault. Are you okay?
I bump into a guy with pink hair, though that's not the only thing that stands out. Whoa, he looks like a model. He could give Theo a run for her money. Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, wait, isn't this guy... Yunie? If you don't hurry up, I'm putting everything on your tab. Theo's already holding the bakery's door open, an impatient look on her face. Oh man, I'm jamming out to this. This is some good tunes. No! I won't have enough to pay this month's rent if you do that. Sorry for bumping into you. Bye!
Wait! I've never had someone run away from me before. Did she not recognize me?
I think he's been struck with the love.
Whoops, I don't have much time left before the stream. I need to finish buying the materials first. Huh. Looks like there's a press conference going on at the palace right now. Wonder what that's about. I'm going!
Noisy phone. And that concludes today's press conference. Oh my, hello. Very intimidating man with some amazing tattoos. What the? Also, did we get any more evidence? We did! Excellent. The mysterious, good-looking stranger Yunie bumped into in the plaza. I love this is in brackets. He was in that photograph, wasn't he? I wonder who he is. Indeed.
What a load of bullshit. Anyone with a brain can tell that he barely keeps any of his promises. Disease running rampant, a useless figurehead, new serial killers popping up every week, and crime at an all-time high. So much for being the world's golden standard.
Ah, you're also one of the people from the photograph.
We're responsible for the last one, boss. Oh, speak of the devil.
Bling. Overworked man. Oh no, I already feel bad for him.
Oh, Sasha and Alexei Dorla. Pardon me, I thought you had left already. That was quite the interesting press conference, Your Highness. Yes, well. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to tune in. Wouldn't have missed that clown show for the world. Ah. Well, regardless, thank you. You were on your way out, correct? Please, don't let me keep you. You better watch yourself, yeah? You're getting a bit too comfortable. We're letting a lot of these regulations go as a sign of goodwill, but don't think we don't notice you overstepping your bounds. I'll keep that in mind. Oh. Those Dorlas are quite the handful, aren't they? Dr. Killian, forgive me, I didn't see you there.
Oh, hello.
That's alright, Prince Thierry. You've had a long day. I suppose I have. I'm sorry to bother you at this time, but could I borrow you for a bit longer? Is it urgent? I have another meeting later, so I was hoping to catch some rest before that. I'm afraid it is. I need to review some of the budget cuts with you before the next council meeting. The proposal was wonderfully drafted, of course, but Medwise would like to make some minor adjustments to it, particularly to how the resources are allocated. You understand our concerns, don't you? Very well. Lead the way.
And you are?
It's not looking good for our hero here. I suppose that's my cue to save the day. Now then, how should I interrupt the meeting today? Got it. He's going to hate it, which means it's perfect.
Oh boy. Was that the last guy in the shadows? Is that what was going on? Well, hello, the shadowy Mr. Potato Head. Let me... That's not the right button. Let me... just check. Okay, because she hasn't met them yet, there is no profile. Cool, I was curious about that. Good to know.
Newbie, are you done with those papers yet? There's another pile here for you to go through.
My boss, derogatorily named Mr. Potato Head, appears in front of me as I'm getting settled in for the day. On it, sir. I've been here for 2 years already. How much longer is he going to call me a newbie? Just grin and bear with it, Yunie. You can't get fired now. Who else is going to pay for Fio's caffeine addiction? I return to my computer screen, thinking that the conversation is over, but he clears his throat loudly and taps his foot until I look back up at him.
Don't give me that attitude. This is your punishment for getting my coffee order wrong this morning. I was very explicit about what I wanted.
I'm really sorry, sir. No, I got you what you asked for, and then you changed your mind. Your memory may be fading, but mine still works really well, thank you very much.
If you finish early, let me know. I have more papers you can go through.
Of course, sir. I'll let you know if I do. As if I'm going to do your work for you while you play poker on your phone. I'm going to win the award for World's Slowest Worker today. Just watch me. So much for the beginning of the rest of my life. College advertised it as something great, so I worked hard for it. But is this really it? It's just paperwork day after day. Where are the exciting cases I was told about? The robberies, the murders, the crime scenes.
Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. What? Murdered?
Did I just manifest a dead body? I think I need to turn the sound up again a little bit more. Hold on. There we go. Let's try that. Boop. I strain my ears to listen, but I can't hear anything other than frantic gibberish from the other end of the line.
Yes, of course. We'll head to the scene right away. George, with me.
George isn't here right now. He's been on smoke break for an hour.
What? Good riddance. Then Vanessa, you come with me.
She's not here either. I don't think she even came in today. I make a show of glancing around the empty office, and he finally seems to notice that I'm the only one currently here.
Is there seriously no one else besides you here?
It looks that way, sir.
Better than nothing, I suppose. You better not slow me down, newbie.
I'll do my best not to, sir. Are they actually going to put me on a murder case for once? Well, I guess I'll be nothing more than a sidekick, but still. I never thought I'd graduate from the days of doing lost and found jobs. Okay, Yunie, let's do our best. If we do a good job, maybe they'll promote us from coffee girl to fax machine girl. Dream big! Uh-oh. The phone rings again, and even though I don't know who's called yet, I can already feel a familiar feeling of resignation rising up within me.
Now what? Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. Yes. We'll send someone there right away.
Crap. Maybe he won't notice me if I sneak away now. I'm halfway to the door when he spots me.
Newbie, there's been some trouble over in the plaza. Go resolve it.
But the murder case...
I can handle the crime scene investigation by myself. Report to the plaza. I told them you'd be there in 5 minutes.
It's at least 10 minutes away, even if I run. There's no way this guy doesn't secretly hate me. Yes, sir. I hurl curses at him in my mind, but in an astonishing show of strength, I force a smile to my face like the good little corporate drone that I am. Of course, sir. I'll be there right away. I drag myself to the plaza, spirits thoroughly dashed. Just when I thought I could finally do something worthwhile, I get relegated to side tasks again. The person who made that call better have had a good reason. Oh well, it was my hope for getting my hopes up. My hope, did I say? My fault. It was my fault for getting my hopes up. Now then, what am I tasked with doing today? There are people whispering around me, so I shuffle closer and shamelessly eavesdrop.
Are you serious? Is no one going to stop him?
Don't look at him! You might catch his attention! Ew, what a weirdo.
They don't teach decency these days, obviously.
Huh. It does sound like something's actually going on. I thought it'd be another case of people arguing with restaurant workers or something. I follow the trail of whispers and find the topic of the commotion. There's a guy stumbling around the square, yelling obscenities at everyone and everything that passes his way. Obscenities? Obscenities? One of those? A drunk this early in the morning? If I wanted to deal with people like these, I would have signed up to be a cop. Why are detectives getting assigned to these cases again? I guess I should do something about it. I still need to pay this month's rent. Excuse me, mister. I approach cautiously, making sure to stop a couple steps away. Goodness. The man spins around, eyes scary and feral. They keep darting back and forth as if scanning for threats, and his entire body is tense. Weird. I've never seen anyone act like this while they're drunk. You're causing a scene. Can we move this somewhere else?
I know who you are. They sent you, didn't they?
I'm sorry?
I won't let you take me. I refuse to die here.
He unexpectedly lurches forward, and I let out an undignified squeak as I barely managed to avoid his errant fist. Holy crap! This guy's a psycho! Sir, please, calm down! His hand shoots out and grabs my wrist, squeezing hard. I let out a yelp, trying to tug my hand out of his grip, but he doesn't let go. Help! I glance around, but even though the commotion has gathered quite the crowd, no one comes to my aid. Kill or be killed, oh my goodness. I didn't know we were fighting Flowey.
It's kill or be killed.
What? I'm not here to kill you. Please let go.
That's what they all say. I won't get tricked again. You just want to take me back to that room again, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Let go. I yank my arm back, but he releases his hold as soon as I do, so I end up stumbling on air and tripping over my own feet before falling to the ground. How? I don't have time to rest as he starts moving toward me again. I quickly scramble backwards, but he moves faster, hand reaching for my arm. No! Theo, help me!
I refuse to go through that treatment again. I'd rather...
She's not interested, dude. Take a hint.
The body suddenly slumps over a little bit away from me, and I quickly move away. Thank you so much! Oh, I like his theme a lot. Yeah. Okay, I mean, obviously I like his theme. This is gonna be the guy for me. It was always gonna be this guy.
You okay there, girlie?
Isn't that Alexei de Orla? What's he doing here? My surprising savior comes in the form of a rather notorious gangster. Even I've heard of him. Yes, thanks to you. You saved me. I've seen this guy from far away before, but I can't believe he's actually talking to me. He's not exactly famous for good reasons, but it still feels like I'm meeting a celebrity.
No worries. I hate pushy guys like him who can't take no for an answer. Here, let me help you up.
He offers his left hand, and I reach toward it before realizing it doesn't fit. He notices as I'm trying to awkwardly turn my hand to fit his, and thankfully retracts his hand and offers me his right one instead. Okay, dominant left hand.
My bad. It's a habit.
You're a lefty? Not really the most pressing question to ask at the moment, but it's out of my mouth before I can stop myself.
Yeah. Handshakes are a pain, as you can imagine. Thought being ambidextrous might be good for my job, but nope, couldn't do it. My right hand's as useless as they come. Up you go.
He helps me back to my feet before stepping back, hands in his pockets.
You a new cop? I haven't seen you around before.
No, I'm actually a detective.
Yeah? Why are they sending detectives to do this? Don't you guys have more important things to do? Like investigating dead bodies and other fun shit like that?
I wish. It's usually just lost pets or cheating husbands.
Sounds boring. No offense.
None taken. I can't believe I'm having a normal conversation with this guy. I've heard so many stories about how he rips off people's arms and kicks dogs in broad daylight, but I guess they're not all true. I mean, they could be true. Just because he helped you out doesn't mean it's not true.
Anyway, time to take this guy to Medwise. Oh, and let's leave out the fact that I hit him and just say he got a concussion from falling down, yeah?
I glance down at the man lying face down on the ground between us. There is already a blossoming red wound on the left side of his head where he was hit. Oh no, I couldn't make you do that. You've helped me enough already. I'll take him there myself.
It's no biggie. I was about to head there myself.
He cuts off, eyes suddenly hardening. I glance over to where he's staring at, but I don't see anything weird.
Sorry, girlie. I'll have to retract my offer. I'll make it up to you sometime.
Oh, okay. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I nod anyway. Although he seems friendly enough, he is an infamous gangster. Maybe it's a good thing we're not going together. As expected, though, he doesn't seem to know who I am. I wish there was a way I could ask him about that photograph without sounding crazy. I poke at the guy on the ground to make sure he won't wake up and continue his weird tirade from earlier, but he's still completely out cold and doesn't even twitch. Unsurprisingly, Alexei Dorla is pretty good at knocking people out. I sling the guy's arm over my shoulder. I have plenty of experience dragging a drunk Theo home, but this guy is significantly heavier, and so I stumble a bit under his weight. As I drag him away, I take one more glance behind me. Alexei Dorla is talking to a woman I've never seen before, and the two of them appear to be arguing. Ex-girlfriend? Law enforcement? Oh well, none of my business. Actually, this guy's also not my business. How did I get stuck delivering him to the hospital again? I momentarily entertained the thought of calling an ambulance, but then I remember that the last one I called ate up half my paycheck. Walking it is. So it's not the first time you've had to call an ambulance for somebody, is what you're saying. Let's take a look. This guy. A notorious gangster known around town for his strength. He's part of the Dorla gang and is the leader's younger brother. Interesting, so Sash is your older brother. He's surprisingly easy to talk to. He is still a gangster, though, so I should be cautious. Good call, good call. Whoa. Medwise is our country's most prestigious hospital and research facility, and it goes without saying that I've never set foot in here before. I brought him here because Alexei Dorla said to, but was it really a good idea? Maybe I should have dragged him to my own doctor's office. Oh, but that's so far away. I can feel my bones creaking already. Thankfully, there doesn't seem to be a line, but the receptionist doesn't look up at all, even when I stand in front of her for several minutes. Excuse me. I try to clear my throat in several different ways, but there's still no response. I found this guy collapsed outside. Can he get checked out?
Do you have an appointment?
Oh, so she does know I'm here and is just ignoring me. No, like I just said, I found him collapsed outside.
We don't have any openings for the next month. Please make an appointment next time.
Sorry, my bad. Is there any way he can see a doctor even without one? It might be an emergency.
Do you have an appointment?
Well, he'll probably be fine, right? I don't think Alexei Dorla hit him that hard. Maybe I can just dump him in the corner and leave. I've done enough good Samaritan deeds for the day. Besides, this guy should just be thankful I didn't drop him in some trash can after what he did to me. I'm in the process of accidentally leaving him on the floor when I hear someone clearing their throat behind me. Oh, aren't you cute? Oh my, are you a patient? A kind-looking lady materializes in front of me. She must be one of the doctors here, given the long white lab coat she's wearing. Hopefully she'll be nicer than the receptionist. Oh, hi. Sorry, I found this guy collapsed in the plaza. I know there are no appointments left, but is there any chance he could get looked at? That's very nice of you to do for a stranger. Believe me, I wouldn't be here if he wasn't practically foisted on me. Is he inebriated? We have some resting rooms where you can put him in until he wakes up. I'm not sure. At first I thought he was, but he was being strangely aggressive. Maybe he's just a violent drunk? The doctor frowns a bit and then reaches forward and examines his eyes. Oh dear, another virus patient. I almost fling the guy off of me. I must look completely panicked because the doctor reassures me quickly. Don't worry, it's not contagious like that. You'll be fine. Despite the reassurance, I hurriedly set him down in one of the chairs and scoot as far away from him as possible. What kind of virus is it? How should I describe it? To put it simply, it amplifies your negative emotions and paranoia. It can even cause hallucinations. It's really quite sad. I guess that's why he was so aggressive earlier. But I didn't even know there was a disease like this. That sounds so horrifying. I mean, he just attacked a random stranger. I don't even know what would have happened to me if Alexei de Orla hadn't saved me. Why isn't anyone talking about this? It sounds like a big deal. The doctor must notice the look on my face because she gives me a comforting pat on the arm. Don't you worry, sweetheart. Here at Medwise, we're working hard to develop a cure as soon as possible. I can't divulge too much, but we're nearing a breakthrough. That's good. I hope the cure gets completed soon. As do I, of course. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time. I'll take this guy back to the examination room, so you're free to go. Thank you for bringing him over. She slings the man onto her back and carries him with ease despite her slight frame. Maybe she's had a lot of experience doing these things. Oh, don't worry about the payment. It's covered. Be careful on your way home. Don't know if I trust this doctor. I don't know about this. That's good to hear, since I don't actually have the money to pay for a stranger's hospital bills, especially at a place as prestigious as this, but I'm still surprised by her words. Why aren't my medical bills covered then? I think she wanted to get rid of you. Does she have a thing? Do you have a profile? No profile for the doctor. And so I'm back here again. I wander around aimlessly, trying to figure out what to do next. Mr. Potato Head's probably not back at the office yet, so maybe I should go do something while I have an excuse to be out. But what can I do? Theo's at work, and it's not like I know anyone else I can hang out with. I'm usually fine alone, but it's times like these that make me realize I really only have one friend. Well, who cares? Theo's amazing, and it leaves me with a lot of time for myself, too. Now then, what super fun and exciting individual activity should I do? Just as I'm debating between going to the lake to skip stones or staring at a wall in a cafe. So exciting. I spot some commotion out of the corner of my eyes. There are a lot of police officers in the alleyway between Celestial and the Cosmolux Hotel. I wonder what happened.
Is this what happened to Theo?
Wait, isn't that the crime scene that Mr. Potato Head got called in for? Should I check it out?
I take a coin out of my pocket, girl. I love that you flip coins.
Oh, you and I are gonna get along so well. Heads, I'll check it out. Tails, I'll go back to the office. I flip the coin. It lands tails. Oh well, I don't believe in things like luck or fate anyway.
I love you, girl. You're great.
As soon as I get near the alleyway, I get stopped by a policeman.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave, young lady. Civilians are not allowed any further.
Figured it couldn't be that easy. I'm a detective from the Douglas Detective Agency. At the policeman's blank look, I gesture over to Mr. Potato Head. My boss is over there helping with the investigation.
Who?
Mr. I stop before I can call him by the nickname I know him as, and then something dawns on me. What's his actual name again? I scrounge through my memory banks for any hint of it, but I come up blank. Did he really never tell me his name? Or was I just not paying attention? I wouldn't just forget it, would I?
Miss?
The policeman calls out to me, looking increasingly more suspicious, and I scramble to come up with a name. Oh, Douglas?
Who?
The one over there near the dumpsters. I helpfully point to where Mr. Potato Head is, and hope it's enough to placate this policeman.
Oh, Bill.
His name is Bill? Why are we called Douglas Detective Agency then?
I mean, his last name could be Douglas.
I guess Bill Detective Agency doesn't have the same ring to it, but still. Yeah, that's him. The policeman is silent for a couple moments, and I'm thinking about pulling out my identification card when he sighs.
Oh, fine. Go ahead.
Whoa, it actually worked! I give him a quick nod and scuttle into the alleyway before he can change his mind. Mr. Potato Head's still near the dumpsters, talking to another investigator. I make sure to slowly inch closer outside of his line of sight so I can eavesdrop. Okay, it's not for you. Phew.
This him?
Yes. Forensics confirmed it with a DNA test earlier.
Ha! Guess even gangsters bleed red.
Gangster? Could it be Alexei de Orla? No, the timing doesn't match up. Then... Surely not his brother, is it? There's a group of policemen surrounding the body. I slide closer and stand on my tiptoes to peer over them. Dang. Okay. No amount of mystery novels or detective shows could prepare me for the sight of an actual dead body. My breakfast with Theo threatens to come up, and I forcibly push it back down. Come on, don't get sick. They'll throw you out of here for sure if you vomit. And you'll contaminate the crime scene. You'll have to see this kind of thing if you want to make it as a detective. Hold it in and get used to it, Yunie. I take a couple minutes to compose myself before glancing back over at the corpse. There's not even that much blood, and it's not that gruesome either. But the context that this is an actual dead body makes me feel a little queasy. Wait a second. This guy looks a little familiar. I've definitely seen him somewhere before. He's one of the de Orlas, right? I'm not too familiar with them, but I do know the basics. They're this country's biggest gang. Some say that they have enough power to rival even the royal family in Medwise. The guy I met earlier, Alexei de Orla, is pretty high up there in the gang. And if I remember correctly, this guy is also in that inner circle. When Mr. Potato Head mentioned a gangster earlier, I thought he meant some random grunt, not one of their powerhouses. How did someone like him get murdered in an alley like this? Was it turf war? Infighting? Or something else?
Misha from the de Orla gang, right? Think this is just some drunken brawl?
Okay. Yeah, I was like, the tattoo doesn't match Sasha at all. So, one of the other brothers.
The guy always was arrogant. I wouldn't be surprised if he pissed off some dangerous people. He seemed to be asking for it, in my opinion. Good riddance. The world is better without him.
What a condescending attitude. He really has zero compassion. He continues to yap about every little annoying thing Misha has done in his life, and I decide I'm not going to waste my one chance listening to him. Time to investigate while he's distracted. Well, as much as I can from here, anyway. It might not amount to much, but at this point, I'm desperate enough to try everything. Pretend it's not a real body, Yunie. You can do it. Okay, let's see. It sounds like there are two policemen conversing about the body nearby, so I try to listen in.
Yeah, that's right. He was hit cleanly from behind. No other signs of struggle.
There's a big gash on the back of the right side of his head. The blood looks to be dried already.
Any substances in his system? Nope. All clean.
So he wasn't drugged. Was it a sneak attack then? Wait, doesn't he usually wear a ring on his hand? I vaguely remember seeing it before. Oh, it's not there right now, but you can see an indentation on his finger. They wouldn't kill him just to steal the ring, right? I don't know much about jewelry, but I don't think it was that expensive. Initial findings has been added to evidence. You can open the menu by clicking on the button in the top right corner of the screen. Alright, he was hit from behind, no other sign of struggle. Fatal wound is on the back of the right side of his head. Right side of his head, okay. No substances were found in his system. His ring is also gone, for some reason.
Why are we still here again? They've already arrested the culprit.
They did?
Yeah.
Sasha Dorla and his bodyguard both have alibis at the time of the murder. The only one unaccounted for within his inner circle is his younger brother. There is already an arrest warrant out for him.
Wait, are they talking about Alexei de Orla? That's strange.
Already? Since when do they work so fast?
Yeah, it's weird. I heard someone from the royal family wanted this case closed as soon as possible.
The royal family? I knew Sasha de Orla was gaining a lot of power, but I didn't realize it was enough to catch the crown prince's attention. That prince is always so indecisive and hesitant, but I guess even he's putting his foot down on this case before it gets out of control.
Well, you know how much he and Alexei de Orla hate each other. They are always butting heads in public. I'm not surprised His Highness jumped on the chance to get rid of him once and for all. Thanks to that, though, it looks like this will be an open and shut case.
Before I can hear anything else, someone grabs my arm roughly and pulls me aside.
What are you doing here? I thought I told you to handle the other case.
Mr. Potato Head glares down at me and I give him an awkward laugh. I finished already, sir. I was passing by here on the way back to the office and thought I could help with this investigation.
Help with the investigation? Don't make me laugh. We're leaving.
But they might have arrested the wrong guy. Shouldn't we let them know?
The wrong guy?
Yeah, if you look at the body, you'll see that...
Listen, newbie. I've been doing this gig since long before you were born. In this field, evidence doesn't matter. The sooner you get that through your head, the better.
Huh? But you're a detective.
Yeah, we're detectives. We're not heroes. We say what our clients want to hear, and that becomes the truth. In this case, the royal family has already arrested a suspect, so there's no need for evidence. They're just gangsters anyway. Honestly, I'd say they did us all a favor by taking themselves out.
I know what he's saying is how the real world operates, but to hear it straight from an experienced member in the field does sting a little.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now let's go back to the office.
Excuse me, sir.
A policeman stops us before we can leave, and he doesn't flinch even when Mr. Potato Head levels him with a patented scowl.
What?
Do you mind taking this to the station? It seems the inspector wants to see the report.
He holds out a stack of papers that Mr. Potato Head sneers at and does not take.
Isn't this your job?
Yes, but he specifically asked for you.
Fine. These people think they can just order me around.
So he says, but from the way he's puffing out his chest, he's obviously very proud he was asked for specifically.
Newbie, we're dropping by the police station before we go back.
Me too?
Okay.
The police station is crowded when we arrive, and a police officer ushers us into an empty room before rushing off to do something else. Mr. Potato Head paces around the room, mumbling something under his breath about being made to wait, and I do my best to stay out of his way. Why did he even bring me along? I thought he'd jump on the chance and tell me to go back to the office first and finish his paperwork for him.
Newbie.
I didn't think he'd voluntarily start a conversation first, so it takes me a few moments to realize he's speaking to me. Yes?
How has work been?
It's been good.
Good.
This is so awkward. Small talk is already hard enough, but it's even worse with a boss that doesn't like you.
How are you liking the new snacks we got last week?
Oh, I've only tried the pretzels so far, but they're good.
The crackers are even better. I got them on my recommendation. Honestly, they should have just listened to me earlier. I've been telling them to stock up on them for years.
Ah, I see. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll try them tomorrow.
Good.
Can we please just go back to not talking?
Excuse me.
I'm saved! The door opens and a policeman steps in. He barely spares me a glance, focusing all his attention on Mr. Potato Head instead.
Inspector Clouseau is ready to see you.
Inspector Clouseau? Excuse me? That's amazing.
Finally! You'd think they'd be prompt since they asked for my help. Newbie, stay here and wait.
Okay. Don't tell me he made me come all the way here just so he could flex that the police needed his help. I glance around to see if there's anything I can read or occupy myself with, but I'm not sure if there's any top secret information hidden in here, so I decide not to risk it. I guess I'll just sit here and stare into space then. Thankfully, I don't need to wait too long. I soon hear some commotion coming from outside. Feeling a bit curious about it, I slide over to the door and peek out the window. There are a lot of investigators running back and forth, barking orders. They all seem very busy. I wonder what's going on. I doubt it's because of Misha's case. The policeman at the crime scene hadn't acted with any sort of urgency.
Hey, watch it, yeah?
Oh, that's... From the little window in the door, I watch as Alexei d'Orla passes by. He looks to be in handcuffs already, and the policeman behind him shoves him forward. Can we save our boy?
What's the rush? Don't I normally get a chance to post a bail before getting locked up? Did your old age make you forget protocol already?
Be quiet, you criminal.
Extra cranky today, aren't we?
Keep laughing. You're not weaseling your way out this time.
You should lighten up a little. I know someone who stresses out as much as you do, and his hair is already entirely gray. Wouldn't want that happening to you, yeah?
The policeman snarls something else, but they turn the corner soon after, and I can no longer hear them anymore. I wait to see if they'll come back, but after a couple moments of nothing, I leave the window and go sit down in one of the chairs, thinking back on everything I've learned so far. So they actually did arrest Alexei. Though from the way they were talking, it seems like this might be a special case? I wonder what's going on. Mr. Potato Head doesn't normally get called in on police business like this either.
Who are you?
The door opens and several policemen file into the room. They all stop when they see me and I quickly stand up. Hello! I'm a detective at the Douglas Detective Agency and I came here with my boss. He was summoned earlier and told me to wait here.
Oh, I did see him with the inspector earlier. It looks like that might take a while, though.
Great.
I'm sorry to ask this of you, but do you mind moving? This is the only empty room right now, and we have something urgent to discuss.
Oh, of course! I'm really sorry.
No need to apologize.
I quickly scramble to leave the room, almost tripping over air in my haste to get outside. Oh, good thing I didn't, or that would have been one of those embarrassing memories that I randomly remember at midnight for the next 20 years.
Yep, for sure. I feel that, girl.
The hallway is still crowded with cops, busy with whatever important case they're working on. None of them stop me from wandering around, though I do get a few curious looks. What should I do next? I let my legs carry me on autopilot as I consider my next course of action. I can return to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head. Ooh, or maybe I can try to track down one of the policemen who did the investigation to see if I can get more information. Or... well, it probably doesn't matter. No matter what I choose, it'll end the same way. Even deciding to check out the crime scene ultimately didn't change anything. Once Mr. Potato Head is done with his business, we'll go back to the office and things will go back to normal. No matter what I do, nothing will change. The door next to me suddenly opens and I jump. The policeman that emerges looks annoyed, and I recognize him as the guy that had been with Alexei d'Orla earlier. I take a step back to let him pass me, but he doesn't seem to even notice I'm there. He stomps past me to the security booth around the corner, and it's only then that I realize I don't know where I am. I must have wandered over here while I was lost in thought. Whoops.
How's the prisoner?
Annoying as usual. Seriously, he never shuts the hell up.
Have you ever considered asking someone else to do this? They all quit. I'm the only one left. You should ask for a pay raise.
Whatever.
Looks like this is the last time I'll have to see him anyway. What do you mean? Sounds like they're determined to nail him down for this no matter what. They haven't found the murder weapon yet, so I heard Inspector Clouseau was going to deal with it, if you know what I mean.
Wait. I feel like I just heard something I wasn't supposed to. What is that?
Oh!
The officer in the security booth pales and jumps to his feet.
Where are you going? There's been a security breach in the chief's office. Most people are busy with the card right now, so they're asking anyone available to respond. There's important evidence in there.
Card?
What? What about the prisoner? Just leave him. He can't get out without the key anyway.
The two of them sprint away, and then it's just me in an empty security booth. A security breach? Right now? The timing is a little conveniently suspicious. Alexei Dorla's not trying to break out of jail, is he? A little curious, I slide over to where the security booth is. The door seems to be locked, but I can see the monitors just fine from outside. All the cells seem to be empty except one, a B221. I can see Alexei Dorla in it, arms crossed behind his head as he lets out a lazy yawn. He's still there. I'm a bit surprised. I thought he would have somehow unlocked his cell door and bolted by now. I'm not entirely sure Alexei Dorla committed this murder, but it sounds like they're planning to blame this on him no matter what. Would anyone out here believe me? I'm just a nobody. Suddenly I remember the door the policeman came out of earlier. It's sitting innocently across the hall. That leads to the cells, right? I stare at the door, then back to the monitors, then back to the door. In that case, should I go straight to the source? No, he's just a stranger. That would be stupid and he might not even appreciate it. Just go back to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head Yunie. But that picture though, we're all best friends in the future for a time. I feel like if I leave now, I won't ever get the chance to see him again. What should I do? I wonder if this is a bad end. Maybe. Hold on. We gotta try it for science. What happens if we leave? I want to go in, but if we leave... I should just leave. I'm sure someone else will help him if he's really innocent. This has nothing to do with me. The end? I go back to the office after that. Nothing exciting happens, though Mr. Potato Head does spend the rest of the day bragging about something that the inspector had said to him. Oh, that's cool. I like that she's even got, like, nighttime coloring. I still wonder what would have happened if I had gone to see Alexei, but... no, there's no use thinking about that anymore. The city is relatively quiet today since it's a weekday. Theo's busy with something, so I take my time going back home. I don't think there's anything fun to watch on TV tonight, so maybe I'll just go to sleep. Today was a bit of an exception, but tomorrow it's back to the ordinary, everyday grind for me. Maybe if I'm lucky, something exciting will happen. I think you missed your chance, girl. Maybe I'll get something cool to work on. Ooh, or maybe they'll hire someone new so the others won't pick on me so much anymore. The possibilities are endless. With a new pep in my step and daydreams filling my head, I head home and mark the end of that very ordinary day. It's an ordinary day. Huh? Where am I? Oh, interesting. We're back? I didn't even have to reload. How interesting. What the? Oh, right. The police office. There was that security breach, and... I glance at the other end of the hallway. The door leading to the jail cells where Alexei Dorla is being held is still there. I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to go in. Oh. Okay. Out of curiosity, I need to, like, try to leave again. Okay, it brings you back. Okay, I wanted to see if there was, like, anything else that changed. Well, I wanted to save him anyway, so hooray! Thanks, weird time loop thing. I stall for a few more seconds, as if waiting for a police officer to come stop me. But no one does. Okay, here goes then. I quickly glance at the monitors, trying to piece together the layout. There's no map, but using what I can see of the cells, I create a mental image of what the jail looks like. Oh god. Okay, so we're here. So when we get to our first turn, we gotta go right, and then right, and then he's in the middle cell to the right. Right, right, middle cell to the right. Draw that down. Just on my detective notepad, I'm just gonna make a quick right, 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 and then second mid cell right. Although I could just leave. Look how this is so like, what is all this? Just offices and stuff? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good. Something like this, maybe? Okay, I think I got it. Just gotta remember as much as I can. As soon as I manage to commit it to memory, all the monitors suddenly go out. Well, that's convenient. What is going on? Am I doing this somehow? I glance around, but no angry policemen come rushing over to arrest me for somehow telepathically destroying their security system. This seems really suspicious. Should I still go? No? Yeah, it wants you to do it. So funny, I love it. Alright, we're going. You made a decision already, Yunie. Probably a bad one, sure, but don't back down now. Okay, here goes. Well, this is terrifying. I'm actually here. The jail is empty, just as I saw on the monitors, but I still tiptoe just in case. Okay, based on the map I visualized earlier, what's the fastest way to get to Alexei? Oh, you're going from the entrance. I thought you were in the security booth. Am I crazy? Huh? Okay. Well, so much for my grand plan. Okay. So in that case, you're going left immediately. And then you just like keep going. Don't take any turns basically until you get to the thing? Maybe? Huh. Like this maybe? Okay, let's give it a try. I actually hate this. Hold on. I actually hate this. If I did like a little squig, and a squig, and a squig, and a squig, and a squig, something like that. Sure, that'll be a nice visualization. I start walking down the bottom path, but I soon notice that it's littered with security cameras. Why are there so many over here? The cameras were down earlier, but I don't want to risk it. I should take the long route around instead. Grand. Thankfully, there are less cameras the other way around, so I managed to make it all the way inside. I'm peeking into each individual cell to check if Alexei is there when I suddenly hear voices from somewhere up ahead. Okay, so I didn't even have to do that. I was panicking for nothing. Good job, me.
It's handiwork, I believe. Yeah, I thought you just pulled the fire alarm.
Maybe it's Alexei talking to one of his gang buddies? I mean, they do have wonderful coats. That looks like the Prince King guy, and might be Alexei with that coat. I sneak a little closer, but I can only vaguely make out two dark shapes from here. One of them appears to be behind bars, while the other is leaning against the wall next to the cell. Okay, so the Prince King guy came to see him in here. I quickly slide behind one of the corners before they can see me.
Why are you here anyway? to laugh as your sworn enemy gets put away by your hands. I'm not responsible for this. You sure? You came here awfully fast. I thought you were supposed to be in a meeting. If you must know, the meeting has been cancelled. I've been stuck in the restroom for the past few hours. Yeah, I told you there are better late-night snacks than hot sauce nachos, yet you still insist on destroying your body. Don't be absurd. There's nothing wrong with the nachos. Our mutual acquaintance decided to blast confetti and glitter from the vents during my earlier meeting. It took forever to get out of my hair. He can do that. Isn't he just a programmer? Don't ask me to explain whatever voodoo witchcraft he manages to concoct. Well, he was probably just trying to get you out of that snooze fest. Don't be so hard on him. He also rigged the speakers to blare Uptown Funk on repeat.
Nice. Why do I feel like this is the pink-haired guy?
Sammy has been rather obsessed with that song lately, hasn't he?
One of them has to be Alexei. Who's the other guy he's talking to, though? It doesn't sound like another gangster. Also, what's with this conversation? I peek my head out a little again. Alexei seems to have moved closer to the cell bars, angling himself toward the person outside, and I can tell just from his body language that he has a smirk on his face.
Anyway, a little birdie told me that the royal family was responsible for my arrest. If it really wasn't you, then why are you here? Do you suspect me as well? Of course not. It's nice to hear you finally admit that you trust me. This has nothing to do with trust. You're neither capable nor smart enough to pull something like this off. Your faith in me is heartwarming.
Alexei suddenly stops talking and stands up straight.
What? 8 o'clock.
I quickly hide back behind the wall, but the damage is done.
Who's there?
There's no way he saw me from all the way over there. Maybe he's not talking about me. Dang it.
Girl with 2 buns.
Okay, that's definitely me.
Show yourself!
Should I run? I can't see if that guy is armed, though. What if it just makes things even worse? The safer option is probably just to show myself. Might as well get a little closer and see if I can gather some more information, like the identity of the guy Alexei's talking to. You can do it, Yunie. You came here with a purpose. You knew what you were getting into, so don't chicken out now. I take a deep breath, steeling myself, and then take a step forward. Hello! I'm not anyone suspicious.
Very convincing. Hey, aren't you that girlie from earlier?
I'm surprised he remembers me. Yeah. Hi again. Thank you for helping me out. Oh, I really don't mean any trouble, though. I'm just here to... I'm about to continue when the sight of Alexei's companion makes me stop in my tracks. Your Highness?
He's like, oh, hi. Oh, hello.
Oh my gosh. It's really him. The Crown Prince of Solari. Someone who I thought only existed on my television, standing here in front of me right now. I can't believe he's an actual human being. What are you doing in a place like this, Your Highness? Were you the person I heard talking to Alexei just now?
No, I only just arrived here myself. Was there someone else here?
Oh, sorry. I guess I was mistaken. Yeah, you bought that, huh?
You know she's just saying that to be polite, right? I would have called you a liar, personally.
What's going on here? I thought they hated each other, but from the way they've been talking...
Shut up, you buffoon.
Is this really Prince Thierry? He definitely looks like the Crown Prince I've seen on television, though there's a scowl on his face in lieu of his usual smile. Excuse me, can I ask a question?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... Sure, go ahead. It beats listening to Thierry moaning and complaining anyway. Hey, Alexei! You really ought to be more careful in the future, though. A bigger and badder wolf might just eat you up, you know. Watch where you stick your nose,
He smirks down at me, obviously trying to appear intimidating, but the jail bar separating us diminishes the desired effect. Okay, thank you for the warning. So chill.
Huh. You seemed way more terrified of me earlier.
He could tell? Well, I guess that's probably his specialty. I'm still a little scared, but I no longer think you'll kidnap me and sell me off overseas and steal all my money.
You really thought I'd do all that, huh?
And, well, I did run in here to try and help you. Seems a bit counterproductive to be terrified of you now. Anyway, I thought the royal family and the d'Orlas were sworn enemies, but you've been acting like you're friends.
Well, political reasons and all.
What kind of reasons?
She didn't listen to your warning at all. Long story short, a lot of people would be happier if we didn't get along. It'd be too much power if we were on the same side, and that would only attract enemies. It's easier if we just don't associate with each other in public.
I guess that's better than the alternative, but it still sounds kind of sad. I can't imagine not being able to go out and hang out with Theo whenever I wanted.
Alexei, that's enough. Yeah, I know.
The mood suddenly shifts and he leans closer with a big grin on his face. This music. Do 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 do.
Enough questions about the boring stuff. You do know why I'm here, right?
Yep, you're the prime suspect for murder.
You're still here even though you know that.
Well, yeah, because I think there's a good chance you didn't do it.
Sorry, what? Wow. Quite the charismatic fellow, aren't you? You even got a random girl to trust you already. Look, I know you accuse me of a lot of things, and most of the time they're true. But this one's actually not on me. I haven't even done anything yet, besides help her out earlier. But I hope you're not here just to repay that favor.
Oh no, it's not that. There's a reason why I think it's unlikely for you to be the culprit.
Yeah? What is it?
Well, it's because... Yeah, the victim's wound is on the right side of his head.
Is that important?
The easiest way to land a clean hit on someone there without them noticing is from behind, isn't it? And in that case, shouldn't the wound be on the left side of his head instead? Alexei's left-handed, isn't he?
You are. And how many years have we known each other? You could at least pretend to pay attention.
Prince Thierry ignores him, looking back over at me, and I can see the suspicion in his eyes.
How did you know that?
We had a conversation about it earlier in the plaza.
This appears to be a recurring topic. You two ran into each other. Yeah, it was right before I got arrested, actually.
Wait, so that woman I saw talking to him actually was law enforcement? The explanation only seems to make Prince Thierry more suspicious, and he frowns at me with a disapproving look on his face.
She knows too much, claiming it to be simple observation. She, coincidentally, met you earlier, and now she's here conveniently with evidence. I don't trust her in the slightest.
I don't blame him for being suspicious. I know fully well how sketchy I seem. I wouldn't trust me if I were in his shoes either.
Why are you really here?
I thought that this guy was kind of cute, and he saved me, so I wanted to save him. I got problems, alright? Don't question me. I fall silent, a bit unsure of how to proceed. I can't mention the vision reason, obviously, but what about the police one? I hadn't expected to run into the Crown Prince in here, though, and he's in charge of them, isn't he? Won't he be upset if I bring it up?
Hey.
I look up when Alexei speaks. He gives me a grin and nudges his head toward His Highness.
You can speak your mind. He's trustworthy. My reputation must be in the gutter if I need a gangster to vouch for me. Hey, you said it, not me.
I'm still a little unsure, but it's a bit too late to do anything other than trust Alexi's words. Prince Thierry didn't seem like the type of person who would fall for any half-hearted lie. I actually heard some policemen talking earlier about how an inspector was planning to frame you.
Yeah? Which one?
Clouseau, I think? I'm not even sure if I pronounced it correctly, but it's obvious by the looks on their faces that they know exactly who I'm talking about.
Motherfucker. That may pose a problem. He has the chief's backing. You really came here to warn me just because of that?
Well, I didn't know if anyone else out there would do anything about it. I just couldn't stand such, injustice. And more importantly, if you get locked up, I'll probably never see you again. I can't let that happen before I figure out what that vision meant.
Yeah. Appreciate it. I suppose we should proceed with the jailbreak.
Sorry, jailbreak? I expect them to laugh it off, but they look dead serious.
If they've already decided to frame Alexei, it'd be better not to wait in case they move him to a more secure prison. It would be harder to retrieve him after that. I'd rather rescue him first and deal with the consequences later. You know I'm always down to break the law with you. Dumbass. He's pretty different from what you imagined, yeah?
Yeah, a little.
Don't let the prim and proper facade fool you. This man's got the biggest potty mouth I've ever seen. Are you two done gossiping like a bunch of high school girls?
I don't know, give me 2 more minutes.
He also talks like an old man. Must be the company he keeps. You act like it's my choice that I have to spend my days listening to rich old men bicker. What's going on here?
Oh, crap. A policeman appears out of nowhere, and I quickly take a step back.
Trespassing here is a federal crime, young lady. Please follow me to the interrogation room for some question. Key.
Huh? Are we not doing the whole policeman act? Sammy said something unexpected had popped up and forced me to come here to rescue you.
Say hello to Miss Something Unexpected over there.
The policeman glances over curiously when Alexei gestures at me. Hi.
Hey,
Am I getting arrested?
arrested? Oh, of course not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Key.
Ah, right. Here.
The policeman hands over the keys, muttering under his breath about how long the outfit took to put on. A gangster, a crown prince, and now a fake policeman. I feel like I've entered a completely different world ever since I stepped into this jail.
Freedom at last.
The door opens and Alexei comes sauntering out, looking like he just came out of a party instead of a jail cell.
You must have spent over half your life behind bars. I'm sure a couple more hours wasn't too bad.
The only reason I enjoy prison is teasing the wardens, but no one's around this time.
Thierry was here to keep you company.
Another person who calls the crown prince by his first name. Just who are these people?
I get enough of his lectures at the hideout, thank you.
Hideout? Whoa, that sounds kind of cool.
Sammy, what's happening? I heard commotion nearby.
The others fall silent as they watch Prince Thierry press a hand to his ear. He listens quietly for a few seconds, and then his frown deepens.
It appears we have visitors. A lot of them, in fact. All for little old me. I'm honored.
I can distract some of them. Sammy, tell us what to do.
They huddle together, talking with whoever's on the other side of the earpiece, and I realize they've probably forgotten I'm even here.
Only 3 cameras. Aren't you the self-proclaimed world's best hacker?
Should I just leave? They can probably take care of themselves, right? And I don't think they'll factor my well-being into any escape plan. Besides, I've already done what I came to do. I don't think I'll be much help going forward anyway.
No, Thierry, you can't be seen here. Who knows what repercussions there will be if they find out you were here when the prisoners broke out.
Wanna lock me back up? It's a little too late for that.
I'll get their attention. You two sneak out while I'm doing that. I had the best disguise, and I'm the most dispensable one here. It's fine if I get caught.
Screw it. Excuse me. They all look a little startled when I speak up. Yep, they definitely forgot I'm still here. Why did I have to open my big mouth and stick my big nose in their business? It's a big business. It requires a big mouth and a big nose. I might be able to help.
You.
Well, I did sneak in here. I still remember some of the layouts, so maybe I can help figure out an escape route for you? The fake policeman dropped something into my hand. It's a small earpiece. It's surprisingly lightweight. Even to my untrained eye, it looks well made.
Gem.
Your and Alexei's safety comes first. We can deal with everything else later.
Fine.
I'm a little surprised he conceded so fast, but I'm not about to argue. Feeling rather like a spy, I quickly stick the earpiece into my left ear. Hello? Sammy, probably.
Hi.
A voice greets me, and I'm taken aback by how quiet it sounds.
So, what were you thinking?
Can you tell me what we're working with?
I can take control of 3 cameras and wipe their feeds. What else? Oh, Thierry cannot be spotted by any security camera or policeman. What a pampered little prince we have here. Are you sure you're not the one we're breaking out of prison? Be quiet.
I mentally draw up an image based on the map of the prison I saw earlier. I should be able to guide them out of here okay. Gotta keep an eye out for the police, though. The real ones, at least.
One more thing. They locked the main exit, so you'll need to pick up the keys at the security booth. Oh, it's just one thing after another today.
Oh, I can go get the keys. I think I remember where the security office is.
Let's split into 2 groups then. I'll go with her.
Good idea. You sure you're okay with leaving poor defenseless Gem alone?
I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you two arguing, honestly.
He's the one with all the weapons, anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry if I scared you. These are all props, so you don't need to worry.
He pulls out a baton and taps it against my hand. It feels like foam.
You didn't need to tell her that.
I couldn't tell at all. They look really professional.
Haha, thanks.
He spent all night yesterday making them. Pretty sure he's been waiting for someone to compliment him.
If you notice, then you should have said something nice to me.
Can we focus?
Sorry, Sammy.
If I remember correctly, there's an intersection up ahead. We can split up there.
Very well. Lead the way.
Alright, well, I would love to keep playing. I didn't even realize how long I had gone over. I was intending to only do like an hour, but I got so invested that now we're here, you know? So yeah, I think I need to stop there for now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed what you saw so far. This is fantastic. The music, the ambiance, the way everything looks, the writing, the characters, it's so good. I'm just completely immersed in what I played so far. I want to experience more of it for sure. So if you guys would like to check out the demo, I'll have the links to both Steam and itch.io down below in the description. And these guys are having a Kickstarter very soon. I think it's starting October 22nd, which is a couple days from now. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on them. Go and support them if you're able to. And thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. Thank you to Studio Chawan again for asking me to check out the game. I had a great time with it, as you can tell by how long I went over. And I'd love to play more sometime, so hopefully I get the opportunity to do so. Thanks again, guys. Until next time, I will see you later.